City series cigars and Citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Doran Becker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree.
What's up, everybody? Sneakerhead M Checks. I got the 2026 Jordan Miro Olympic 7s that released Friday, July 10th. So as usual, we're going to take a close detailed look at the shoe from all angles. I'm going to put these on and step around them so y'all can see they look on feet. I also have the original pair from 2008, so I'll be comparing the two throughout the video and we'll go over all the differences. So let's get right to it. Toe box feels soft, a lot softer than I expected. You can feel this design right here a little bit more on these in the toe box than you can the originals. You probably can't see it as much on camera, but this part here is just more flat on the 2008 pair. Laces are on point. They come with 5 extra pairs: green, yellow, red, blue, and black. The tongue comes up really high on these, which is just how they make Jordan 7s nowadays, but you can see how much lower they were on the 2008 pair. Now on the side, this design here that I was talking about popping out a little bit more on the toe box is actually, I would say, a little bit more flat here in comparison to the way it is on the 2008 pair. See how I was saying it was a lot more flat right here, but over here the basketball pops out. It's like kind of the opposite of the way it was in the toe box from the originals to the new pair. And then you got a nubuck right here on this black part, whereas it was more of a suede on the original pair. And then you see how this part is like a slick shiny finish right here. On the 2026 pair, it's a lot more dull. And then the Jumpman up here is a different shade of gold. It was more like a yellowish gold on the originals, whereas this is more like a brownish gold. Here on the inner side, I noticed there's some extra gold right here, where on the 2008 pair, it's not there. It's just that little part right here. Nothing right here, where here there's 2 spots of gold. And then once I realized that, I started to notice other little things, like if I take the 2008 pair, you see this little yellow part right here is not there. The little ball right here is positioned differently. This little gold part right here also got taken away. And the shape is different if you didn't already realize that before. Everything on the back is on point except this part right here is pretty much like a light brown. On the 2008 pair, I guess you could argue and say that it's brown, but it definitely looks a little bit more gold, or a lot more gold than it does here. This is definitely just brown. The inside here is black. See, it was white on the originals. If I take these out, lace tips on these are gold, but they do not have a Jumpman on them the way that the 2008 pair does. The insoles are similar but different. Jumpman down here, little yellow paint right there, and then they got basketballs in different colors with some more paint throughout the rest of the insole. And like I said, that's similar to but different from the insoles that are on the originals. I really wanted to take these out as well, but they're so like stuck in there, I guess, from me wearing them so much over the years that I'm not even gonna do that. But we can still see them from here. And basically, like I said, they're similar but different. You got the Jumpman there, you got the gold down at the bottom as opposed to the yellow. And then instead of just the regular plain different colored basketballs, they have the flag colored balls, that's on the outer part of the shoe. This one right here is right there. These are on like the front right here. And if you look deeper into the shoe, there's more paint and stuff, but then there's some more balls, at the top. In this shoe, it's not the same exact design, but same concept. Jumpman ball with the flag, some paint, and then another 1 or 2 flags up there. So pretty much replacing the balls with the flags on them with just regular plain different colored basketballs. And the outsoles pretty much have the same differences. There's a green basketball right here, yellow basketball up here, some solid green, red, and blue right here, blue tint. The original outsoles have the flags and stuff that the insoles have, some text right here. None of this is on the new outsole. These come in the face box, and unfortunately there is no extra accessories or anything inside. No special lace pack, just the paper. And here's the box label: Air Jordan 7 Retro BB in white, metallic gold, and sport red. Here's a quick all-around view of the shoe. Alright, now see they look on feet.
Stepping out real fly, got that shit on me. Peep the feet kick, game is on Hitmonlee. Don't let nothing get in way of the money, I gotta get it. Take a hater out like a date, they get omitted. See him on the apps, acting like people they really isn't. They just post a lot of cap, like niggas was selling fitteds. And hating, I never did it, I ain't on that shit. Like a leash and dog collar might be on your bitch.
So comparison to the original pair from 2008, the 2026 Miro Olympic 7s have a much higher tongue, more of a banana cut right here, giving them a different shape than these. A blue tint on the translucent part of the outsole, outsole with a green and yellow basketball under and the solid red, green, and blue on top, as opposed to the flag colored basketball that's on the bottom of the original pair, and the additional words here and stuff. Nubuck right here instead of suede. A different like shade of gold on the Jumpman, as well as the 9 and stuff on the back. A few minor changes on the upper, like the extra gold right here, removing this little yellow part, having a little bit more red right here, and moving this over. A dull finish right here on this part as opposed to the slick shiny finish that the original pair has. No Jumpman on the lace tips. Black here on the inside instead of white. Different design on the insoles, and the leather is much more flexible in the toe box. I definitely like the original pair a lot better. The tongue and the shape on these are just absolutely disgusting to me. Like, I hate that they make 7s like this now, and 7s are one of my favorite Jordan silhouettes. Like, growing up, 7s were definitely my favorite, and like to see them make this like nasty shape change over the years, like I've just been low-key turned off. I mean, I still get the 7s colorways that I like, but like in comparison to the way that they used to make them back around this time, like it's just nasty looking to me. I mean, the good thing is when you put these on feet, the tongue doesn't look nearly as long, and the deep cut right here isn't really noticeable when they're on feet, so I feel like that's the main reason where it doesn't really bother me that much. But when I look at them not on feet, like, I hate the shape on these. I hate the long tongue. And I'm not really crazy about the nubuck. I normally wouldn't mind that, but it just looks lighter on these, and this darker black, darker black sounds crazy. The darker black that these have, I think looks a lot better. And then the gold on the new pair looks cheap. Like, this part isn't as bad, but like when I peeped that this was just straight up like tan and not even gold, like that really made these look like some dollar store like type shit. You know, the little like fake money you get from the dollar store, the little like pennies and shit. Like, I know it's not like a copper, but like that's the kind of vibe I get from this shit back here. Even a Jumpman, like this is like a gold, but like I said, it's like a brownish gold. Like it just, this hit way better. And I want to say this part right here don't matter as much, but low-key, like when I put them next to each other, this shit looks so boring over here without that slick finish. Like, I don't know why they changed that. And I'm sure the softer toe box means that these will crease easier. Maybe not, but I don't know. And I feel like for $255 retail, they could have did something special. Like, they could have gave a cool accessory or something like that. I get it. It's a limited shoe. It's a really iconic classic shoe. And if they would have charged $2 or $220, people would have been reselling them for $255 or more anyway. So I can't blame them for the upcharge, but when y'all throw in an extra $35, $40 on top of the normal retail, we gonna expect something extra. And I know a lot of people were disappointed that these didn't come with the lace pack. I mean, it's a cool accessory, but my thing about these is even though it didn't come in the lace pack, like they still provided the 5 pair extra laces. So I don't know, I feel like if you wanted to switch the laces up, you have options. I don't know, personally, I wasn't really that bothered by them not having the actual lace pack or something similar to what they did with these. That definitely would have been nice, because like I said, they charged $255 retail for these and they could have did something extra for that, but personally the lace pack don't really do too much for me, so I don't know. But overall, as far as wearing them, they're alright. Like I said, the 2008 pair is a lot better in my opinion, so I'm gonna keep these and continue to wear them. And for those who don't know and we're thinking, you know, it's an old shoe, 7s don't crumble as quickly as other Jordan midsoles, so even though they're 18 years old, they'll be fine. I still wear my 2002 Raptor 7s, 2002 French Blue 7s, Citrus 7s, and Chambray 7s from 2006, 2008 Hair 7s. Like, I still wear all of those now in 2026 and they be fine, so these will be good. Honestly, if you know how 7s age, this 9 on the back, like this whole part right here, might actually start to dry rot before I have to worry about the midsole crumbling or probably even separation. But I'm gonna hold on to these just in case. I may not ever need them, probably won't. These still got plenty of life left in them, but I'm gonna have these just in case. But leave me a comment and let me know how you feel about these, which release you like better, if you cop these or not, and how you felt about the $255 retail. Market on these was really weird because, number one, I don't know if a lot of people knew that the retail was $255. I didn't find out until like, I think the day before the release. I hadn't like checked on sneakers to see what it was, but yeah, it was $255 retail, and I feel like that snuck up on a lot of people. But if you was outside when these came out and know what kind of shoe that these was, like, it's not a big surprise. But you know, I know a lot of us were expecting like 220 or 215 or whatever, and like we've seen with plenty other classic iconic releases re-releasing, these obviously did not have the same demand that these had, and were actually under retail, like a good $50 like the day before release. But then the weird thing was, like, not a lot of places got them. I don't know what the stock numbers were, but a lot of retailers didn't get them. When they released on sneakers, they sold out quick, and the market jumped. I remember I went on GOAT like maybe 30 minutes after the release, and a 9.5 was at $290, meaning they jumped. I'm telling you, price was like $200, maybe $220 before release, and went all the way up to $290 in a couple of hours. But then I went to check again later in the day, and it was back down to like $240. So it's a real weird fluctuation going on. But anybody looking to get these that didn't get them, depending on what size you you are, you still should be able to get them for around retail. And keep in mind, retail is $255. If you wear a bigger size, you may have to pay a little over, maybe a little closer to $300. But if this video was helpful in any way, I really appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in more comparison reviews like this or any other sneaker related content, please do us both a favor and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Once you're subscribed, make sure you tap that little bell icon where the subscribe button was and select all. That way when I put a new video out, you get notified and you won't miss out on anything. Thank you all for watching. Everybody, please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you next time.